All right, here we go. DJ Akademiks. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Come on, man. I'm back again, man.
Yeah, the two most controversial figures in the hip-hop media space.
Shoot, yeah. I mean, at this point, I don't aim to be controversial. I feel like controversy kind of either follows anything I say, do, or I'm just always into it with somebody, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've been chilling recently, though. I think so.
You've been chilling? You've been chilling?
I think so. Well, I know you have the whole dossier since the last time we've been here. I don't know if I've been chilling that much. But, actually, I've not been chilling. You're right.
Yeah, you've still been getting into it. Well, first of all, you just did a legendary Lil Durk interview.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you for that.
Congrats. You actually called me right when it happened.
Yeah.
And for a while now, how long has it been since Durk said what he said about me on his last album? It was like maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, Lil Durk had actually mentioned me in one of his songs. He goes, "I don't fuck with Vlad."
Yeah.
And I never really knew what it was about because we had some people in common, and every time I asked him to reach out just so we could have a conversation about it, they're like, he doesn't want to talk about it. So I guess sometime around the interview, and I don't know if it actually came out on tape, you guys actually talked about the situation, right?
Yeah. Because, in reality, a lot of people give you a bad rap because I know about the piling on, philosophy where if everyone says Vlad's the police or Vlad is bad, sometimes somebody won't even know you. Or sometimes people will have a good relationship or a good experience with you and just say the same shit. Mm-hmm. So I knew he said that. Like, we've had conversations about, especially other people who've said stuff about you. And I just wanted to get some clarification. I'm like, man, why you don't like Vlad? Because we're all in the media. You know what I mean? You have your way of asking questions, getting interviews, but we're all kind of there trying to get entertaining content. People love your content. You got one of the biggest channels pretty much in media. So I asked him, and I thought it was nothing behind it. But he actually confirmed. He said, no, it's a reason. He said, The reason is I did an interview with Vlad, and there was a part of the interview I had mentioned the upcoming birth of my child, and that's what was with India. Yeah. And he said, apparently he had asked you to take it out. Yeah. And he said you had told him, I got you. I'm going to take it out. Right. Interview comes out. That part wasn't taken out. A lot of people take that really sensitive too. You know what I mean? And I know, I remember that was he mentioned that before we even got started, and we did a 4-hour interview. So I was thinking to myself, he was so uncut. I wouldn't want anything that was accidentally not taken out. And I don't think you did it maliciously. You could tell me the story.
Well, yeah, I remember that interview. It was actually the last interview that we did. And let me just preface this by saying I have been supportive of Durk since the very beginning. We have actually done 3 or 4 interviews over the years. I always mention how we
interviewed Durk. What it mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've hung out before. There's the whole Maserati story that I say. Really? Yeah, I remember I pulled up on him in the Maserati. Everyone always mentions this because I mentioned it a couple of times. Yeah. But honestly,
you pulled up on Durk.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I pulled up on Durk. We were in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
At the time, we would communicate every so often. It's like we were close friends or anything, but it was he would actually
cordial relationship.
Very cordial. He would actually say things on Twitter and then at me, so I would pick it up and make a story about it. Yeah. Early on. Okay. Early on. And he ended up blowing up and doing really well. And look, I specifically remember this part of the interview, and he asked me to take it out, and I asked my staff to take it out. But when you have a bigger company and there's multiple layers, it's like me, then there's a manager, then there's the video editor, then there's the writers. It's like multiple people are in the process. And along the way, something got mixed up and this part came out. And as soon as I found out that it was not taken out, we took it down right away. Mm-hmm. So I think from his point of view, I think he thinks that I did it on purpose to try to get some views, but that wasn't the case. But saying that, I am still the president of the company, and I just want to personally apologize to Durk and India, because I know when it comes to children, this is a very important thing, and it's a permanent thing. And announcing the birth of your child or the gender of your child, I know is very important. And I think that by us accidentally doing that, that took away from, the grandeur of the whole thing. So I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that this happened.
I think that's big. I didn't think you were going to apologize.
Oh, no, man.
I thought you were going to be like, well, it's probably just miscommunication.
No, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I understand how important family is. And I know that when it comes to family and when it comes to affecting someone that's close to you, whether it's your wife or your child's mother or your child or your mother or your father or your sibling, that relationship is a permanent relationship.
Yeah.
Right? A friendship or a business associate is temporary most of the time, right? We could be friends or business associates, and then the next day we could never talk to each other again. Like me and Durk have never talked to each other again. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that when it comes to these types of situations, a priority is set. I mean, he's still with India. So him doing another interview with me or whatever, she's gonna look at him and go like, is this the motherfucker who messed up our gender reveal? Like, you cool with him again? So
and I think, again, because that's so close to home for him, he might think, like just being in media, and I'm a little, I'm a few steps removed in the sense of, I wasn't in that situation, nor am I in this household. Like, if I knew the gender of somebody's baby, that really is not gonna really gain me much. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like, oh, Vlad, like, deliberately leaked this to gain, like, I'm pretty sure it didn't gain much, if anything. You know what I mean?
I don't think it did anything, and we took the video down right away. As soon as it hit my radar, I'm like, yo, take that down. And then I reached out to the PR company. I forgot what the name of the PR company that he was working at the time. Something Treats. Audible Treats. Audible Treats, yeah. And I'm like, yo, I'm really sorry. Like, my bad. Like, it didn't get a lot of views. It's like, we're not like I don't know, like People magazine, where it's like, oh, here's the first picture of so-and-so's baby. This is not who we are. I've at that point, I had a long, successful business relationship with Durk. And for it to end that way, I felt bad. And once I knew that this is the reason, because I thought it might have been something else, because there was, it could be a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you told me that that's the reason, and he felt that I violated his trust, it's like, I understand, and I'm sorry.
One thing I'll say, though, even communicating with him more as the last few months has been going on, he's a very reasonable guy, though. And so, again, I think obviously that rubbed him the wrong way, but who knows? He probably will see this and probably be like, you know what? All right, at least I got an apology for it as a man. Like, one thing I've realized about him is that as much as you hear the raps and it might sound ignorant or whatever, like you might have a typecast about
He's
Durk.
not like that in person.
Durk is a very logical, shrewd operator. You know what I mean? So I think honestly he'll respect that.